I have been hitting the gym for over a year, and of course, there were many plateaus during that period which I have finally broken through. And so in this video, I'm gonna explain the reasons why I wasn't getting stronger like that, despite having been training every day for months, and how I fixed it. If you have been showing up at the gym consistently but never seem to lift more than before, hopefully after this, you will get to know what real strength training looks like and how to finally increase your numbers in both reps and weights. Let me introduce myself a little bit. My name is Bách Đỗ. I have males gain weight and strength becoming bigger and stronger. Lately my weight has gone up from 55 to more than 70 kg. Here's the question that I did ask myself when I first started to go to the gym. What do I have to do to make it impossible for me to not make gains in terms of weight and strength? Well, obviously, I came up with the answer that I have to go to the gym every fucking single day and then train hard there every single session. And I did follow that plan. I worked my ass off as soon as I started my gym membership there. And within the first few weeks, I will say, yeah, sure, I got newbie gains. However, after a while, I hit some plateaus, among which there were two biggest ones. The first one is that I was stuck at 40 kg per side on squat for 1 month or so. And the same thing happened with my 13 kg on weighted pull-ups. Just the same session, basically, over and over again. 1 month-ish. And when I finally could break through them, I hit another plateau again with the new weight. So basically there was constantly a fucking new wall in front of me, blocking myself from reaching my goal. So it took me months from those particular numbers to get to 48 kg per side on squat and 20 kg on weighted pull-ups for just several reps, struggling. And I felt frustrated and discouraged. But to me, the feelings do not even matter. On the other hand, the causes do. So let's just focus on the reasons. First of all, I have to mention the one about not doing it long enough. So maybe I did have to be patient, which means that I gotta figure something else to do in the meantime, waiting for my goal to happen, basically. As I said before, eventually I did break through those initial plateaus, even though another one came right after it. And so to me, while this might be a possible reason, it is not that optimal, okay? Because, number one, I already understood this shit is a long game. This finished stuff is a long one, and I have been willing to do over a long period of time, count in years. Number two, with my current experiences at that time as well, because I was training at home for several years beforehand, the progress could have been achieved much faster in a few sessions rather than having to wait for months like that. Moving on to the second reason is that I did increase the weight or difficulty right after reaching my targeted reps in that session. For example, trap-bar deadlift. This is crazy. I remember there was one session that I did increase the weight of it constantly for the first 2 or 3 sets, and so I gotta restart over and over again until I got to 3 main sets after that, which increased the duration of my training session into minimum 2 hours per workout. It is crazy because I didn't have that blessing to spend that much time, so it was dumb, okay? And the reason why that shit did happen was to satisfy my ego when I could do the heaviest lift, okay, during a workout in order to feel good and show off, of course. Yeah, and it resulted in the incapacity to train to failure in later sets and other exercises after. Also increased the risk of injury. Third reason is that I was doing too many exercises hitting the same muscles in one session. Okay, for instance, I did squat as the first exercise of the leg day, okay, and then I moved on to dragon squat progression. Right after that, I would get to leg extension machine with full stack. 3 of them would hit the quads, so it would get more sore and more muscles within that quads one got broken down, requiring more rest days. Basically what I mean here is that I did overtrain, so I needed to overrest as well. However, I just wanted to rush, so I didn't give enough rest time for not only leg day but also other workouts. The length of each session would get to minimum for 1.5 hours, and with just ego lifting for the rest because I was so tired. Another thing is that I got stuck at dragon squat progression as well, with the variation of the knees hovering over the ground. I couldn't even move on to the next one, even though I managed to get that variation with many reps, I would say. Next reason, I didn't have enough rest time. Particularly between sets, I would just get around 3 minutes, because I thought if I'm gonna rest long, the muscle will get loose, and that wouldn't be optimal for later sets and exercises. Also, it's gonna lengthen the duration. And so I did rest less, train more. Basically did as many things as possible with low quality, even though I did unlock some strength achievements, but I could have got further. So I was leaving my potential on the table. Regarding recovery days, it was also terrible. I got 3 rest days for my back when I was training with weighted pull-ups, weighted chin-ups, bend over row, weird muscle up progression like explosive pull-up wide to narrow, boom, boom, and I did even fall off the fucking bar. One arm chin-up progression like wide, narrow, mixed grip pull-up. So those 3 days were definitely not enough, as my back muscle was still sore in the following sessions. Okay, the last reason is that I didn't have a proper training method. I thought that training to increase the reps for body weight exercises would be the same as that for weighted ones. And I think that's why I was stuck at both of those training styles. I was just training with hope that okay, today I hope that I can increase the reps or the weight, while there was no fucking evidence or proof showing that I am able to do it. To be fair, people already know what to do, you already know what to do, and I already know what to do. So kudos to my younger self for having started with that knowledge. Not waiting until the perfect moment to happen like other people. However, more, better, new. So I was basically doing the first two, more and better. I gotta get the new. So here's how I progressed. Basically, just the strategies that are completely opposite of the above. Okay? First of all, I have been increasing the weight or difficulty level in the next or following session. not within the current one right now anymore. So I'm just gonna focus on the difficulty level in the 2 days workout. If I hit the targeted reps, okay, I'm gonna try to do more because train to failure. If I haven't hit it, I try to max out now and increase one more rep, just one more or something more in terms of my own target in the next session. So let me take my 15 kg weighted pull-ups as an example. Okay, so I'm gonna do it in the first set with the aim of 10 reps. If today I have achieved those 10 reps, okay, I'm gonna go to failure. Maybe 11, 12 until basically I die. Okay, and in the next session, I am allowed to increase the weight into maybe 18 kg. However, if I haven't achieved that targeted reps I did set for myself beforehand, okay, that's fine. That's it. Done for today's session. And in the next one, try to do one more rep. So for example, I did maybe 7 reps, okay? So in the next one, just try to do 8 reps. That is also a progress. Next thing that I have been doing is that I do less exercises with good quality, specifically maximum 2 exercises per muscle group. And what I mean here is pulling muscles, pushing muscles, and leg muscles, which would be a little bit different because there are 4 distinct sub muscles, I would say, within the legs, right? Quads, glutes, hamstrings, and calves. So 4 exercises for it. These would be enough because they already target with different angles. So with back and bicep, pull day, alright, weighted pull-ups and bend over row, or another variation of row like cable row machine. That's it. That's fucking it. For quads, squat would be the most optimal one because other exercises would just hit the same fucking angles. For chest, shoulder, and dips, weight up. Chest, shoulders, and triceps, okay? Gonna do weighted dips and bench press. That's fucking it. Already done. And maybe some lateral raise for side delt. Done. Also remember to eliminate bullshit movements that do not even align with your goals. So during the first phases that I went to the gym, I had martial arts related training at the end of every fucking single session that I did. Crazy, I know. So yeah, hitting the heavy bag, doing shadow boxing, holding small dumbbells, and do the shoulder conditioning, kicking and stuff. Crazy. I don't even like it. I didn't even like to do it. But I thought that, I'm gonna train it to lengthen the duration, which might make me look like an athlete. Dumbass. Alright. The next fix is to get enough rest, particularly 5 to 7 minutes between sets, so that you will be able to train to failure again in the next set. Okay? Minimum 4 rest days per muscle group, as I said before, pulling, pushing, and leg. So if I have pull workout on Monday, let's just assume it is today is Monday, I am not allowed to hit it again until the next pulling day, which is Saturday. Or if on that day I still feel sore with my back and biceps, I can have another rest day, and then on Sunday I can do it again and repeat the cycle. I did make an investment into knowledge with my current assets, okay, my own money and shit. Either it can be free or by paying money, even both. Just combining them, and then you will become a fucking beast in your entire life for the first time. So I did it to get a properly structured program and speed up the process, which is important and common among many aspects in this life. Not only with this finished aspect, but also other like making money, relationship and stuff. Also, it did help me to break my poor belief and mindset. For example, I did believe that I had to be that kind of athlete doing many exercises. But here, this program, this crazy athlete, he tells me that I don't need it. Only 2 maximum per big muscle group like that. I feel it. I didn't even know lowering weight in the next set to train to failure a thing and possible. So now, in the second set, I would have 15 reps as the target minimum, okay? So I would lower the weight by 20 to 25%, for example, 10 kg to 8 kg, and then I will be able to push to failure with more reps than before. Last but not least, okay, bear with me. Just follow the plan for a long period of time. Okay, so after getting everything on point, like I did mention above, just do it consistently and then wait. Just wait for years. And then you will progress. It will come by default. Myself, I have been seeing the progress in every single session that I did. In terms of sets, reps, weight, even the feeling. I feel good. I feel confident, okay? Even though I have been only doing true exercise maximum 3 per big muscle group nowadays. Yeah, that's it, bro. Goodbye.